Perfect. And the music a little. Hello, everybody. This is the last yoga class of the year. Hope you guys enjoy and get to relax a little bit before the madness of holidays is ahead of us. So we will start in January again, but the first class will be Pilates. So hopefully see some of you there. You will not be scared of doing it with me. So we will need today a strap, and then you can use blog if you have one, or pillow. We will use it for the end of the class or even the beginning if you need to sit on it. So once you get everything ready, you can settle on your back in the middle of your mat, and we'll get started. Hopefully you can hear the music. I'm not sure if there's anybody out there who can let me know. I don't want to be too loud, or I don't want it not to be heard. Well, probably James is not around. Okay, I'll just take it as it's all good. So let's get started. My name is Ava for the new people who haven't done yoga with me. So, block, strap, pillow, blanket if you need for your knees, or anything that can be used underneath them. So we'll start lowering down on our backs. You can keep your knees bent or stretch them out. So there's another option of pulling the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to open up. But if it's too intense, you can always come back to either putting the knees up or stretching the legs out. So any way you can feel comfortable. You're going to turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Relax into your shoulders. Relax into the rest of your body as much as you can. Maybe move your jaw side to side a few times. And try to let it relax. Closing your eyes. And you start paying attention to your breath. Noticing how long your inhales and your exhales are. And see if you can even them out. If one is longer than the other. I would like you to also try to make them a bit longer. So aiming to have a 3 to 4 or even up to a 5 beat length of your inhale and exhale. And once you get that, so evening and lengthening your breath, I want you to start paying attention to what's happening in your body as you take that breath in and out. Simply noticing the movement of your belly, your ribs, your shoulders. We try to contain our inhales within the abdominal area. Maybe a little bit of movement in your lower rib cage. So if you feel like you're moving your shoulders with your inhales, see if you can just maybe make that breath a little bit smaller so you do not involve your shoulders. And your belly is expanding. Think of it as a balloon. With every inhale, you expand the belly. And as you exhale, you let it all go. All the air comes out. Let's stay here for another 5 breaths like this. Long, even inhales, belly expands. And the same length exhale, your belly deflates. And slowly, if your knees are open to the side, bring them back together, feet on the floor. And for those of you who have legs straight, just simply bring both knees towards your chest. All of us will do that. So pulling the knees towards our chest, releasing the shoulders down. In and out through the belly. Belly pushes into your thighs with every inhale. And as you exhale, you pull the knee closer. 3 more breaths. And exhale, pull those knees closer. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. And on your next exhale, I would like you to pull those knees in and lift the forehead towards your knee. Get yourself as small as you can here, rounding the spine. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. And on your next exhale, lowering the head slowly down to the ground. Holding on to our knees. We're going to start gently circling in the same direction. So holding on to the knees from the front, simply circle them 6 ways. 6 times one way, and then once you do that, you switch 6 the other direction. Inhaling half a circle, exhaling the other half. And don't forget to reverse, going the other direction. And once you've done all 6, pull those knees one more time towards your chest. And then opening them up towards your armpits. So keep pulling those in your knees down towards your arms or armpits. Opening. And we're going to release the legs. And we're going to try to grab the inside of our feet or the outside of your big toes, whichever one feels better. And again, pulling, keeping those knees to the side. Opening the feet away from each other, pull them down towards the floor. Happy baby. Be kind and gentle. This is the beginning, so you don't want to be pushing too hard. Try to relax into your pose as much as you can. Last breath. And then gently bringing the soles of the feet together. Holding on to both feet with your hands. Gently pull those down through the center towards your chest. Knees wide. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. And gently releasing the feet. Bring your knees back together. Pull them towards your chest one more time. Exhale, lifting the forehead towards your knees, relaxing the shoulders. And slowly lower the head down, keeping the right knee in, left leg stretches out. If you need a little bit more support for lower back, keep the foot on the floor, otherwise stretch it out. Pulling the knee one more time towards your chest. And as you exhale, stretch the leg out. Point your toes and flex a few times. Holding on behind your thighs. Now we're going to circle the ankle one way. Flex the toes. See if we can pull a little. And then we're going to release the leg down to the floor. We're going to lower the leg down 6 times. Pulling the belly button, making sure that nothing moves but the leg. Hands are next to your hips. We're going to flex the toes, so reach through the heel towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, lower the leg down. And exhale, bring it back up. 5 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep pulling in the belly button. Your core has to be engaged here. And 2 more times. 2 more cycle of breath. And lift it. Beautiful. You're going to hold on to that leg with the opposite hand and then gently push it across. Keep the leg straight until it touches the floor. You're going to turn your upper body towards the right side. If your shoulder is in the air and you're reaching this leg, I want you to grab that in and gently rest it on your lower rib cage so you're not reaching far. And then gently push your upper body towards the floor or twist back towards the floor. 2 more breaths. Reaching through the heel. And we're going to release the hand, the left. Bring the knee in, towards your chest. And then release, switching the legs in front. So this time the right foot either stays on the floor, you can stretch it out, left knee comes towards your chest. Pull it in. Relax the shoulders. And slowly stretch the leg out towards the ceiling. We're going to start pointing and flexing the toes as much as you can, slow. And then start circling away. Ooh, nice crack. And then reverse, go in the other direction. Beautiful. Now pointing the foot, or pointing your toes, pull that leg a little bit closer. Once you get there, stretch, flex the foot, reach through the heel, pull that leg a little bit closer. And then release. Keeping the toes flexed, so towards your face, hands next to your hips, pulling in the belly button. You're going to lower the leg 6 times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And 2. Keep going with your own breath. Make sure you're matching it to your movement. Make sure that your back is never arching as the leg comes down. Keep the back in the same position. So when I'm arching like this, pulling those belly buttons. And one more time. Reaching with your right hand, grab the left thigh on the side and gently keeping the leg straight. Come across all the way to the floor. You're gonna hold on to that leg so it's nice and straight. And the left hand is reaching towards the floor. You're twisting towards the left side. And again, if you feel like you're straining through your shoulder here, wrap that hand around your wrist, like around your rib cage, and then twist through the shoulder instead of reaching the hand out. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Slowly releasing the leg with your right hand and come back to the center. One more time, knee towards your chest. And then bring the other knee towards your chest as well. You can gently rock side to side here. We will do one more pose here for our core. So hands will come back down next to your hips. You're going to stretch the leg out towards the ceiling and flex your feet. If this is too intense, feel free not to flex those feet. We're going to exhale, pull in that belly button. Everything is engaged in your core. This is a little bit harder, so go only as far as you feel comfortable with. We're going to lower on an inhale, both legs down this time. Make sure you're not arching into your lower back. And exhale, bring it back up. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. More important is not to let the lower back arch like this. No arching. Okay, so keep the core engaged. You have 4 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up. Go with your own breath. Inhaling, lowering. Exhaling, lifting. Watch that lower back. Don't let it arch. And last breath. Both knees come towards your chest. And again, gentle rocking side to side. And then if this is alright with your lower back and your tailbone, you're going to start rocking back and forth. If this is not available to you, just turn to your side and lift yourself to seated. And we're going to come into our tabletop position. Once in a tabletop, you want to align your hips with your knees and your shoulders with your wrist. And we'll do cat-cow 4 rounds, working with our spine as much as you can. So we're going to inhale into a back bend, look up towards the ceiling, point the tailbone towards the ceiling as well. And as you exhale, tuck in the tailbone, reach your crown of your head down towards the floor. 3 more rounds at your own breath time. So manage your movement to your breath, so I'm trying to say. And last time. Coming back into a neutral position, the spine is straight. You're gently pulling in the belly button, curling under your toes, spreading your fingers on your mat. You're gonna push down through our palms, so the end of your palms here. Push so you feel a gentle roundiness throughout your shoulder blades. Keep pushing into that floor and then release. Go again, push into that floor through the palms, so the bottom parts of your palms as hard as you can. If you're reaching, you want to feel the engagement of muscle on the side of your rib cage here, gently rounding through the shoulder blade, and then release. You do it one more time. Push. And then release. The toes are still curled under. We're still spreading our fingers as wide as we can. I want you to turn the inside of your elbows forward towards the front or in front of you. So twist the elbows in and the inside of your elbows out. Keeping that twist in that arm. Don't change that. Knees lift up. Sit your bum back. Don't change that. In those elbows, try to pull those in while the inside turns up. And then slowly straighten those knees. You can just move your feet a little bit further back. Relax the head. The inside of your elbow should be still reaching forward towards the front of your mat. You're trying to rotate the shoulders into external rotation. You're going to push the right heel down and then the left heel. Keep pushing down one heel at a time while you're concentrating on pulling that inside of the elbow towards the front of your mat. Now push both heels down. Beautiful. We're going to exhale, shift our weight forward into a plank. Squeeze your hips and your glutes. Elbows are going to lock in towards your body. You can place the knees down if you like. Slowly lower down to the ground. And we're going to inhale up into a cobra. Look up, relax the shoulders, roll them down and away from your body. Hold it here. See if you can bend your knee. And then lower. One more time, bend your knee. And lower. And then exhale into a child's pose, opening the knees, sitting towards your heels, head comes down. Breathe. Relax the hands. Last 2 breaths. And then stretching those hands one more time forward. Lift yourself into a tabletop. Curling the toes under, we'll go through this again. Spread those fingers wide. Elbows, inside of the elbows are forward. Feeling the opening in that shoulder, then rotating outside. Inhale, knees up. Sit your hips back. And then stretch the legs out. Downward dog. Inhale, exhale, shift your weight forward into that plank. Now we're gonna pull those elbows and shift our weight forward, lower down to the ground. Then use the knees. Inhale into that cobra, relax the shoulders. Bend the knee once. And exhale lower. And one more time. And we're gonna push up on top. One more time, we're gonna come into that downward dog. So push your hips up towards the ceiling. This time, right leg's gonna lift in the air. And as you exhale, bring it forward between your hands. You can lower the knee down if you would like. But make sure that your front knee and ankle are aligned. And as you inhale, come on up into a high lunge so hand can stay on your thigh. Or maybe one more. Add a little bit of a back bend to it. Exhale, hands come down. We're going to step the back foot forward, so push. Exhale, lower down. And we're going to inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten back. Push your hips back, crown of your head forward. Exhale, lower down. Gonna step into the plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lower the elbows and knees can come down, lower down. Inhale, lift. Shoulders down. Inhale, bring those knees, heels in. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here, and as you exhale, into the downward dog. Your front hands. Straighten them. Then high lunge, hands on your leg. Over. Into the back bend. One more breath. And then exhale, hands come down. Your back foot pushes forward. Stepping your feet together. Exhale, lower down. And then slowly roll yourself up to standing. We'll add on to that. You're going to bring both arms up on an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sliding the fingertips towards your knees, straight back. Exhale, lower down, step back into the plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lock the elbows and knees down if you need it. Inhale, into the cobra, upward dog. Exhale, knees in, heels in, and lower one more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here, exhale into that downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee forward, foot between your hands. Inhale, come into the high lunge. Exhale, knee is gonna come down, uncurl the toe. We're gonna slide the left hand down and twist it. You can reach up or hand can be on your front knee. I want you to twist towards, feeling that lovely stretch throughout the whole front and that hip. It's almost you want to use the hand to push, but make sure you're not pushing the knee out. The knee has to, the leg has to stay strong in here. Last 2 breaths. Oh, it's a beautiful stretch. And exhale forward. Hands come down, curl the toes under, lift the knee off the floor, and then you exhale, push the back foot forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards the knee. Exhale, lower down, and then slowly roll yourself up to standing. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down, step back into the plank. One more time, shifting weight forward, knees can come down, lower to the ground. And exhale, inhale into that cobra. And exhale into the downward dog. Left leg lift. Exhale, bring the foot forward between your hands. You're going to inhale up into the high lunge. Exhale, hands down, knee down, and curl the toes. Keep shifting your weight forward. Inhale back into that low lunge, but this time, right hand's going to reach down towards the right leg, and you're twisting open towards that side. So your front knee and ankle are aligned. You're gently using that leg to twist if you can, but don't push the knee to the left. 2 more breaths. Feel that lovely stretch. And inhale, come back forward. Hands on the floor. Curling the toes under, lifting the back knee, and then push it forward. Step your feet together. This time, pull yourself towards your legs. And inhale, slide the fingertips, straighten the back, push your hips back. Exhale, lower down. And slowly roll up to standing. Slow, slow. Slow. So for the next balancing pose, we'll be a little warmed up. We're gonna use our straps. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. Do whatever you can. So without a strap, you probably just won't be straightening the leg. You can just keep your knee bent and open it to the side with the knee bent. If you do have a strap, I want you to put your right foot in. You're gonna ground through our left foot. So you want to put equal pressure between your big toe, pinky toe, and your heel. So see if you can find that. And slowly, we're going to start with the knee bend. So this is, if straightening your leg well is not for you, just keep holding it here without the strap. You don't need a strap for that. You just use your hands. So you can stay here. Pull in that belly button, squeeze that left glute, and engage the front of your left leg. And if you're okay with straightening that leg, again, whatever height it can be here, it's all about balancing, not how high your leg goes. If you are able to lift it up, you're gonna get a little bit more stretch through that hamstring on that leg. So keep pulling in the belly button. Hands can be on your hips. You can use it to the side or bring it to your heart, whatever works. Breathe and balance. And then all of us, even if your knee is bent, try to open that leg to the side. Again, doesn't matter how high it goes. What matters, can you balance? Pull in that belly button. Breathe. 3 more breaths. And then slowly bring that leg forward. Gently bend into the knee. And then lower it to the ground. Beautiful. So let's switch the legs. Putting the left foot in. Now balancing through the right foot, big toe, pinky toe, heel. See if you can push equal into all 3 points. Squeezing that right leg in the front and your glute. And then starting with the knee bent, pull it up. And again, you can stay here with your knee bent or stretch the leg out. Try to hold it with one hand only. So your left hand's gonna hold it while the right hand's gonna be on your hip, to the side, in front of your heart. Whatever works. And slowly opening that knee, leg to the side or the knee, keeping your hips facing forward, so don't go with your leg. Keep those hips forward. We have 4 more breaths. Relax the shoulders. And then slowly bring the leg back forward. Take your time. And gently come into the... Gonna get rid of the strap. And then we're gonna come to the front of our mat. Alright, you're gonna inhale, arms reach up. And as you exhale, you're gonna fall forward, straight back. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straight back. Exhale, come down, hands on the floor, step your feet back into the plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, knees can come down as you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Bring those heels towards your bum. And then lower down and into that downward dog. Right leg lifts. And as you exhale, bring it between your hands forward. We're going to turn the back foot sideways. And then windmill ourselves up into a warrior 2. Relax the shoulders, look forward, tuck in the tailbone, pull in the belly button. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Pushing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat. Engaging the side line here. Beautiful. And as you exhale, I want you to lean forward. And the first one, you can rest the forearm onto your leg, or you can go all the way down to the floor if you need a block. It's a perfect spot for it. I want you to go really, really low. So stay here for 4 breaths. And for some of you who are very bendy and can do many things, you can start reaching the hand under and the top hand behind and binding behind you. So you can add a bind to it with your hands. If you're not comfortable with that, just reaching. See if you can have the block helping you to go really low into that front. Last breath. And pushing that block away, lifting the hand. I want you to use your core to come back up into the warrior 2. Straightening the front leg. Taking a moment here. You're going to twist and pivot on the back foot. Bend into the front leg, come down onto the floor. Step your foot back. Exhale into a downward dog. Right leg, left leg, lift. And as you exhale, bring the foot forward between your hands. Now we're gonna pivot the back foot sideways, aligning the front heel with the inner arch of your back foot. And windmill up into warrior 2. You can make sure that your front knee and ankle are in a straight line. And when you look over your knee, it should be above your second toe or so. So make sure your knee's not coming out or in. Outer edge of your foot pushes Your back foot pushes into the mat. Tucking that tailbone, pulling that belly button. On your next exhale, we're going to lean forward. So you can stay here, reach up with your elbow on your thigh, or slowly coming down towards the floor with the hand, reaching up, using a block if you need in front of your foot. And for some of you, can stand binding, so bring that left hand under your leg and top hand from the top, try to bind them together. We have about 3 more breaths. Really keep those legs low, bended. Breathe. One more breath. And we're gonna lift that back. So left hand reaches up the floor, so you're not pushing yourself up. And see if you can straighten using that core. Inhale, exhale, straighten the front leg, it deserves a break. Twisting your back foot forward, bending into that knee. You're gonna step it back into the plank. We're gonna push, shift our weight forward, elbows locked in. Lower down to the ground. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And let's exhale into a child's pose. Let's stay here for 4 breaths. So 4 breaths in a child's pose. Relax, slow down your breath if needed. And then gently push yourself back into the tabletop. We're going to spread our fingers wide, curl the toes under, push the inside of our elbow towards the front mat. Lift the knees off the floor, sit our hips back towards the heels, and then straighten them into the downward dog. You can feel it opening to the shoulders. You should feel them trying to open to the outside, not being in towards your ears, but away from your ears. We'll go through our vinyasa one more time. So reach your right leg in the air. And as you exhale, bring the knee underfoot in front between your hands. Inhale up into a high lunge. Exhale, knee down. Uncurl the toes, twist. Push your hips forward and twist a little bit more. Stay here for 3 breaths. This is a nice stretch. So we are opening towards the left side. And we're going to inhale, straighten. And as you exhale, lift the back leg. Hands down, step the back foot forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips towards the knees, push the hips back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step it back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and elbows in, lower down. Inhale up into the cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, pull those heels towards your bum. And as you exhale into the downward dog. Left leg lift. Exhale, bring the foot forward between your hands. Inhale, up. High lunge. Exhale, knee down, uncurl the toes. And you're going to twist over the right side. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then inhale, back center. Arms come up, curl the toes under, lift the knee up. Exhale, hands down. Step the back foot forward. Exhale, pull yourself towards your left. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. All right, we're going to come down today by coming up onto our toes. If that is too much for your knees, you can just come down onto the floor, whichever way you like. So right now we're gonna be balancing here. Woo. And slowly bend into your left knees and start coming down towards the floor. We're going to bring the hands down, cross the legs, and gently come onto your hips, sitting. This is a time where you might want to use the block under your hips or your pillow if that's more comfortable for you to have your hips higher. So whichever way works for you. And we're going to bring the legs in front of us and cross them. I want you to start walking, so your right leg's gonna cross over the left, and you're gonna start walking the left foot to the side. And then keeping the knees together, feet to the side. Trying to get both hips down. So this is when, if you're sitting on the block, maybe you wanna place it on now. It is a little bit less intense for the hip opening or the pillow. So choose. If this is too intense for your knees, you can try doing one leg at a time. So just do it one time this time, and when we switch, you're gonna do the other leg. Okay, so right here, we're just breathing. You can grab your strap. If you don't have it, again, don't worry about it. All right, so our right knee is on top or across. We're going to bring the right hand up. The left hand's gonna come behind. And we're going to try to bind our hands behind. You can use the strap, whereas the heavy part will be hanging and trying to reach it with your hands. Breathe. Like so. And we hold. I want you to push the head into your arm, so that way your head is not hunched forward, but you're trying to keep that spine straight. And you're gently pushing your head into your hand behind it. Breathe. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And then gently come forward, leaning forward if it's possible. Keep holding on to your hands. Keep gently pushing the head back so it doesn't come forward. Keep the neck straight. 2 more breaths. And slowly come on up. Gently releasing the hand. And then gently leaning back. And see what you can do with the feet. Like so, uncross them and then gently maybe sway them side to side. So same thing's gonna happen on the other side, crossing the left knee over the right. Or if you cannot do that, just keeping the one knee crossed, pulling to the side. So here cross. We're gonna start walking the right foot to the side and then push ourselves up onto our hips. You might find differences from side to side, which is quite normal. Sitting up tall, so left leg is on top. Bringing the left hand behind, right hand from the bottom. And again, you'll be using the strap, holding on to it with the top hand and trying to find it with your bottom hand and hold on to it. Breathe. Again, hand is gently pushing back into your hand, keeping your back straight as much as you can. Same thing happens here if your leg is straight. Just keep pushing it down to the floor. So one foot is crossed and pushing. And then slowly start leaning forward. Make sure that your head doesn't go away from your hand. Keep gently pushing into it. So you're keeping your back straight. Last breath here. And slowly straightening back and gently releasing your hands. Ooh, that was painful. And I'm gently leaning back, uncrossing the legs, bring them forward, gentle rocking side to side. Beautiful. So we open up through the outside. Let's stretch through our inner thighs here. So you can bring the left foot in. You can also keep the strap handy if you need. Keeping both sits on the floor, again, you can keep that block or pillow underneath your hips. You're gonna simply slide that right hand down your leg. You can have it on top, grabbing your toes. You can slide it under. And I want you to not be forward, but twist open. So if you're reaching over, make sure that you're not hunching forward. You're trying to open through the side here. If that's too hard, bring the hand behind your back and then opening through the shoulder. You want to feel a lovely stretch through the whole side of your body here. Flex your foot. And then slowly come back up. And I promise the inner side, so we're going to lean forward. So gently leaning forward. If you like to do it with both legs stretched out, feel free to do that. Leaning forward, holding onto your toes. Or that one foot can still stay under. Inside your thighs. Last 2 breaths. See if you can walk yourself a little bit more forward. And slowly walk yourself back up. And then pull that right foot in towards the left side. And then sliding the hand down. You can grab your toes, slide it under. And we're going to open through the right side. Hand is reaching. If you are very flexible and you can grab your toes with your left and right hand first, feel free to do that. If this is too much for the shoulder, bend the elbow, bring the hand behind, open through the shoulder. 4 more breaths. Breathing into that body. See if you can expand that. And then slowly on an exhale, come back forward. You can keep the legs the way they are and simply lean forward. I want you to feel the stretch on the inside of your left leg. If you want to open both legs and just reach forward one more time, feel free to do that. Breathe. You want to try not to round through your back, but really push through the hips forward. That's where you feel the stretch. If you're just rounding here, that's not really good. So try to move like someone's trying to push your bum forward. So it's coming from here, straightening the backs. So keep doing that maybe with your back straight instead of rounding it. And push the hips forward. Last 2 breaths. Feels real nice. And then slowly come back up. Beautiful, bringing the legs together one more time, hands reach behind you, and you gently sway them side to side. It feels really nice. And you twist yourself around if you were not. You're facing the side of your mat, lower yourself down to the ground. Oops. I would like your feet to be as wide as your mat. And we're going to allow gently knees to fall in the center. So they're touching each other in the center. We're going to take a moment here just to let the hips close a little bit. Counter move through all the opening we've done. Let's go here for 3 more breaths. And slowly letting the knees to come apart. Walk your feet closer together and closer to your hips. We're going to finish our practice with some strengthening of our glutes, which is very important. So I would like you to push your heels down to the ground as much as you can. Try not to feel the tension when you lift in your hamstrings because we're not trying to strengthen those. So squeezing your glutes as much as you can without engaging the back of your legs here. You're going to lift the bum up. And then we're going to lower. Let's go 5 more times with your breath. Really squeeze those glutes. And again, this is not as high as you can go. This is as high as your glutes can take you safely. And once you finish the last 6, you're going to hold the hips in the air, squeeze them. And again, you don't want to feel the hamstring engaging at all. You're going to just hold it here, squeeze those glutes, don't let them go. Try not to engage the back of your leg. If it's engaging, lower the bum down. Just hold and squeeze. And on your next exhale, I want you to push your hips as high as you can, arch into your back. Push really high. You can bring your hands under your hips and you hold them there. Supported bridge. And releasing the hands. We're going to grab our block, keeping the hips up. Hopefully you can do that. If not, then get there as much as you can. Pillow blocks, whatever you can get under your hips so they're higher, slightly higher than the floor. We're going to just rest the hips on top of our blocks, whichever height you like. Hands are next to your hips, and all we're going to do is just breathe and move our arms. So on an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and over. And as you exhale, bring them down. 4 more of those. We're going to lift the arms again up and over on an inhale. And as you exhale this time, you're going to slide them on the floor like you're making a snow angel. And inhale, snow angel up. And exhale, bring your hands up and over, down towards your hips. Inhale up and over. Exhale, snow angel down. Inhale, snow angel up. And exhale down. One more time, inhale up and over. Exhale, snow angel down. Inhale, snow angel up. And exhale down, up and over. Beautiful. You're going to bring the legs up towards the ceiling, wherever you are. If you need to lower the block, feel free to do that. Or you want to do this against the wall or a chair, whatever is available to you, want to be more supported. We're going to bring the arms up towards the ceiling as well. And we're going to start moving our toes and fingers. Spread them and then squeeze them together and spread them and squeeze. Now try keep your hands squeezed and just spread your toes and squeeze and spread. And then wiggle them all. Wrist here, circle your wrist and ankle. Anything that feels nice at the moment. Any movement. And we're slowly going to bring the feet back to the floor. Hands to the floor. We're going to lift the hips up, grab the block, lower the hips down to the ground. And we're going to do a roll. Stretch yourself out and get settled in Shavasana, or if you prefer having the feet on the floor, knees bent, or you can finish again in a butterfly position, whatever works for you, as long as you can completely relax into it. I would like you to take that position, turning the palms back up towards the ceiling, relaxing into your shoulders, relaxing into the rest of your body. Your jaws are relaxed. Your hips are heavy, sinking into the mat. And I would like you to concentrate on your breath again. So trying to make your inhales this time longer than your exhales by at least 2 counts. And go back to expanding your belly as a balloon as much as you can on an inhale. And then fully deflate it as you exhale. Containing the breath in the abdominal area and don't let it come up into your shoulders. And relax. Watch your breath. Let the thoughts go. This is the time to just not think about anything else but your breath. We'll stay here for another 6 breaths like this. But if you do not have to go anywhere after this class, you can stay here longer. But those of you who need to move on today, just 5 more breaths. I would like your next inhale to be a really long through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. One more. And then slowly wiggle your toes, fingers. Gently bring the knees in if they were apart. And move any part of your body that needs to be moving at the moment, wants to be moving. And then bring the feet onto your mat, bending your knees. Inhale, bring the arms up and over. Maybe a stretch is nice here, so feel free to do that before you turn to one side. And then breathing here for about 2 to 3 breaths before you gently push yourself up to center. Be slow when you're pushing up. Take your time. We'll finish cross-legged in the seating position, straightening your back, bringing the palms on towards the ceiling, your top of your hands on your knees. Second finger and your thumb touch. And we take here another 5 breaths. Maybe if you touch your fingers a little bit harder, you might find your heartbeat in them. So you can do that. Just exact pressure to find out. Here we're going to take a last deep breath through our nose and out through our mouth. You can add the hands to it if you like. So inhale and exhale. Well, thank you so much for finding the time and joining me 2 days before Christmas or 3. And I hope you have all happy holidays and happy New Year, hopefully better than this one. And we'll be seeing each other in person one of these days. From my heart to yours, namaste. So don't forget, this is our last yoga class for this year, and we'll start next year with Pilates. which is fun too. So give it a go if you haven't tried it yet. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next year. Bye.